Hi, my name's Kylie Blacksell, and today is the very first full moon for 2015. It's the 5th of January. And I thought I might take this opportunity to have a little chat with you about the full moon. And if you're one of those people who actually gets significantly affected by the full moon coming up, then you might find this little chat very interesting. A lot of people suffer from what we like to call lunacy, which is where the word lunacy came from, which is being affected by the full moon. Now, why does that happen? Well, scientifically speaking, when the moon is full, you can imagine that if this is the Earth and this is the moon, then if the moon is full, then the sun is directly opposite over here. Okay, so you've got the moon on this side of you and you've got the sun perfectly on the other side of the Earth. And so what that does, and also the sun may be a lot bigger, a lot more powerful and with a much larger gravity, but it's a lot further away. Okay, the moon is a lot smaller with much less gravity, but it's much closer to the Earth. So essentially they really do feel like they're having a very similar pull, but in perfectly opposite directions. So that's what a full moon is. A full moon is when the sun's pulling you that way and the moon is pulling you that way. Okay? Now, why do we get so affected by this? Well, we are essentially about 70% water. Okay? And as we all know with the tides get affected by where the moon is. Okay? And so inside of us, we also get affected by where the moon is in its cycle. So when the moon is full, what we have is every single water particle in our body getting pulled in one direction and in the other direction, almost exact same amount of pull. Okay, so it's like a tug of war going on a molecular level, like in every single water cell in our body is literally being pulled apart and being stretched apart. Okay, and we're experiencing this. So the way we experience it is we feel the pressure, okay? We literally feel the pressure. We feel the swelling up in our body. We feel the pulling of these molecules in opposite directions. And so what that tends to do is it has an effect on our emotions, on our hormone levels, on our nervous system. And that's why people tend to go a little bit loony when we get to the full moon. Now, if the full moon is only one of many cycles that we experience in our lives. Okay, we have the cycles of the sun going around the Earth, or rather the Earth spinning. Okay, so the Earth spins every 24 hours, so we have day and we have night. They're cycles. Okay, we have the morning cycles, the afternoon cycles, the evening cycles, and I know that you would have noticed that those different cycles put you in a different sort of a state. We also have the cycles of the seasons, okay, so going in from spring, summer, autumn, winter. And we also have the cycles of the menstrual cycle for women. That's another type of cycle. And you have the cycles of your life as well, like you go from infancy to childhood, adolescence, young adulthood, and then older adulthood, and then women go through menopause, etc. So the point I'm making here is when there's a change, okay, or when there's a full moon, okay, or when a woman is getting close to the beginning of her next menstrual cycle, it's very similar to starting a full moon, okay. If you suffer from lunacy, or if you suffer from PMS, or if you suffer from the change of the seasons quite significantly, like you really notice that your mood just takes a really nasty turn as the seasons start to change, or if you really struggle moving from different stages of your life, this is actually nature's way of telling you that something's not in balance. Okay, it's actually not natural for us to significantly suffer from a full moon, or it's not actually natural for us to significantly suffer from premenstrual stress. We're not supposed to have painful periods. We're not supposed to experience a lot of pain during ovulation. We're not supposed to experience all of those things that women experience on different levels leading up to their periods, and leading up to the changes of the seasons, etc. You could take another analogy, like if you have a marriage, okay, and the marriage is really strong foundation, really steady, really well balanced, the couple work really well together, there's a beautiful harmony and balance with the two of them together as a partnership. And then if something bumpy happens, like there's a crisis in the family, maybe a child gets sick, or there's some other financial crisis or something like that, then what you'll notice with a marriage or a de facto relationship or something like that that's really strong foundations and really settled and balanced, then they just take it like a ripple. Okay, of course they'll experience sadness and loss and pain and things like that. It won't be nothing, but they definitely won't fall over. Okay, and they won't experience extreme stress and tension in the relationship when this happens. And it's the same thing. If you have a fairly balanced system, okay, if your hormones are in balance, if your stress levels are really well balanced, if your body is experiencing a really good balance of all the nutrients that it requires, if you're getting a good balance of sleep, if your relationships are really well balanced and harmonized, what will happen is you won't experience lunacy. Okay, you won't experience premenstrual stress, you won't experience things like backaches and cramping and pain, or excessive bleeding and things like that, and you won't experience a significant reaction when the seasons change, or even as the day goes through. Okay, there's some people who just slump at 3 o'clock every day and they can't help themselves, and there seems to be nothing they can do about it. Well, what I'm telling you is, all of these changes, these natural cycles that we go through in our life, none of them, even going into menopause, none of them are supposed to be painful. None of them are supposed to be a very high stress time. And if they are, then that's a sign from your natural body that something's not working. Okay, something's out of line. There's a lack of peace of mind around something. I'll be doing a whole workshop on this later in the year, so keep your eyes open for that. I find this stuff really interesting, and I'll be introducing you to a workshop focused on balancing yourself, creating harmony, and reducing your stress levels, so that you can actually work through these natural cycles in your life with ease, and look at them as little ripples rather than big waves. So I hope you found that informative and interesting. I'd love to hear your feedback on this one, and if there's a lot of you that are really interested in like a full moon workshop, then I'll be happy to start that up as soon as possible. Thanks for listening.